and thank you so much for joining the conversation. It's your girl, Miss Juan, and I want to say thank you to everyone who has been sharing, who has been watching, who has been a part of the conversation. Thank you so much for making the show a success. I'm sitting here tonight with a sister friend of mine. How you doing?
Hey.
And I'm so thankful that you guys are here to hear her amazing story. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So tonight we're going to go into her journey, and then she's going to tell us what she has going on now, and then we hope you can be a part of it. So first of all, it is so good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
You doing your thing.
Thank you.
And
I as well.
Thank you. And I said I got to bring my sister on so we can talk about what she's doing and how she did it. How did you get this going? So let's tell people a little bit about your path to success.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do that with going and talking about your past.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go into your childhood, your adolescent years. What were you like?
Woo! As a child, I was super spoiled. I am daddy's little girl, super spoiled. I never heard the word no.
Okay.
I'm one of those kids who never got a whooping. I probably should have because I was a little devious little something. But I never got whoopings. I always got to have the best of whatever it is that I wanted. If Jordans came out on Monday, Sunday night, somebody was going to give me Jordans.
Okay.
I was able to carry like designer purses. My sister was a hairstylist, so I always had to, I was just really spoiled.
Cute styles.
Bougie. So
Yes.
That's why everybody says I'm a little dainty little diva. It all started at my childhood.
At your childhood. Okay, I can feel it. So in school, what type of kid were you? Were you sporty? Were you...
As a kid, I was a little diva. I liked dresses and the little fluffy socks. I was the one going to the store with my little baby doll on my hip.
Okay.
I like to stay in the company of the grown people because I didn't think I was a kid. So
Oh,
I wanted to be around my grandmother, just doing stuff. Like I wasn't a tomboy. I didn't want to go outside and, get dirty. Like I was just like, y'all kids.
Right.
I'm wrong.
So if you was with your grandma all the time, you could cook.
Yes, I
Okay.
can cook. Now, I am a little short on the collard greens. I don't know how to cook greens.
Okay, me
But
neither.
everything else, I can cook.
Good. Oh, okay. Well, you do that. So she's going to take a moment and review her screen here and make sure we all are looking at the same thing at the same time. Okay. And so then we're going to get into her story as soon as she's done. Are you ready?
Just 1 second.
Okay. So I'm not a greens person either. My husband throws down. But me, greens, that ain't my thing.
Yeah.
Not at all. Oh, we talking over there. Okay. That's okay. So anyway, moving forward, you as a kid, diva, didn't want to get dirty. I understand that feeling all too well. What about in school? Were you academically driven or were you into a lot of clubs, projects? What you have going on?
Well, see, how it all started was my parents sent me to private school.
Okay.
From kindergarten to 8th grade, and I was a AB honor roll student. I was a cheerleader. They let me get on the basketball team, and it was only for sympathy because I could not play basketball. Like, out of the whole 2 years I played out, I probably only made like one basket. I made that one basket. The whole team went ballistic. You would have thought I was like a baby LeBron or something. But I was definitely a cheerleader, and I got to flip and do gymnastics and all of those things. And then what happened was they let me go to public school.
Okay.
So now, private school, it was only probably 2 little black boys, and we all was flocking to these black boys. So when I went to public school, I was new meat. So it was a whole bunch of dudes, and I was like, new meat? I was like, Jesus, is this life?
She said new meat.
I was new meat. Do y'all hear me? I was new meat. So the girls really didn't like me because here I done came in. This one, who is she? And da-da-da-da-da. She done made the cheerleading squad.
Yeah.
And my freshman year, I can really tell you that first semester, I got X, Y's, and Z's on my report card. I was not even on the Richter scale.
Okay.
I hear my report card from my dad.
Okay, for sure.
And he talked to one of the neighbors down the street because he was like, Keita, hey, you got your report card? I was like, Daddy, they don't even get report cards here at this public school. school. I mean, they just let me. He found out I got that report card. He's like, if you don't produce that report card, I'm going to break your plate. Like,
okay.
I was like, okay. Had X, Y, and Z. So I had F. It was like, you got 1 semester to get your life together.
Yeah.
Or you're going to the private high school honor roll from there on out.
Okay. Because you didn't want to make that transition.
No.
Okay.
I wasn't about that life. No.
Okay. So as you got older in your teen years, what were you interested in? Like, you know, different people like different things. Sports, hair, clubs, art. What was your thing as a teenager?
As a teenager, I was really into shopping.
Okay.
I was really into boys.
Okay.
And I was really into, not really clubs. We went skating a lot. I love family, so I'm a family person. So I was usually with my cousins and, you know, just things like that. Not a lot of different, like, artsy things. I like to travel. One time I did borrow my dad's car without his permission.
Okay.
And we kind of drove to the Freaknik. But it was okay. So, you know, I was just...
Were you bad?
I wasn't bad.
Okay.
I was spoiled.
Okay. Spoiled is what we're going to call it.
Okay.
All right. So let's get out of those teen years because that kind of scared me a little bit, and I'm happy you survived. So as a young adult, what was life like for you? Let's say 21, 22.
All right, so 21, 22. Like I said, I grew up spoiled with my dad, so I didn't know the word no. I didn't really know about credit because my dad always bought everything cash. So I just thought that when I wanted something, it was supposed to appear. Somebody was supposed to get it, like a man was supposed to get it.
Yeah.
My daddy was supposed to get it.
Right.
So now I'm 21, 22. These men in the street, if you want to be with me, you're supposed to get me the things and provide for me like my dad did. Well, the only men that were able to kind of accommodate my lifestyle that I was accustomed to were independent pharmaceutical distributors.
Okay. Street pharmacists. Yeah.
Right, street pharmacists. So I was kind of like they say, little ballers alike. Kita love the ballers love Kita.
Yeah.
And so that was really fun until people start dying. People start getting indictments. Somebody tried to kidnap me on one of the predominant streets in Indianapolis because they knew I was his girl. And so they tried to kidnap me. So after that situation, it changed my mindset and was like, I'm a mom, a single mom right now, and I don't want to be lost to the streets because of somebody else's, you know, carelessness. So that was a life-changing event for me.
I can imagine. So how did you transition from the street pharmacist to what you did next? Was there someone that you met, or was it just a mind change thing for you?
So I was like, look, Jesus, you know.
Call on it. Okay.
I did. Look, Jesus. You know, like, what I need and what I'm accustomed to. Show me another way.
Yeah.
And so at that time, I kind of transitioned from the streets to the church.
Okay.
And so I was going to church, and I met my late husband, who was the pastor's son.
Okay.
And he had an amazing job. He worked at a big foundry here in Indianapolis. He worked at Chrysler. So I was like, oh, he's legit, but he got street money.
Yeah.
Hey. I was like, okay, it is a way.
Yeah.
And so he was another one. Like, I told him, this is what my daddy did. This is what I'm used to. And he really allowed me to grow. When I met him, he changed my mindset, you know, allowed me to go back to school. I transitioned into being a mom of one to a bonus mom because he had 3 and he had his own house, and I was 4 years younger than him. So I was like, oh, I done snagged one. And so I really had to grow up and mature really fast.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I didn't grow in was having good credit.
Yeah.
And that was just something that I didn't have to worry about. And I really didn't have to have jobs that required me to make a lot of money, because I was like the lady on Everybody Loves Chris. My husband worked at Chrysler. I don't need this job.
Yeah.
What? I don't need this job, honey. My husband worked at Chrysler.
Yeah.
And so that was the mindset I had until, you know, sometimes the tables turn.
So with the tables turning for you, like with a lot of us, that usually means I'm doing something different. this is what I was doing and this is what was going on, but the tables are turned, so I'm doing something else. What was that like?
The something else was when I realized that that marriage wasn't for me anymore, and that I wanted to leave, and I felt stuck because I couldn't leave because I didn't have good credit and I hadn't saved any money. So those are the two things that you need to be able to move.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's when the wheels started turning, like, hey, you need to do something better. So when we came back to Indianapolis, I applied to work at the firm in which we met at.
Yes.
And I was surprised when I got the job at that particular firm because I had no experience in that particular industry. So that was the start, because that firm allowed me to learn how to invest my money. So that solved that problem.
Yeah.
But I was still stuck because they didn't teach me how to fix my credit.
And I just want to say she's being very, very modest, but when I met her at the firm that we did work at together, she was the poster child. Everybody knew her, and she knew everyone. She was on pictures, she was on billboards, she was everywhere. She was even in training classes. So that's how we came in contact. And so you took that experience and you taught yourself some things.
I taught myself a lot.
Yeah. How long were you there?
I was at that firm for 10 years. 10 wonderful years. They allowed me to learn a lot. They allowed me to grow. They introduced me to the world of travel like I do now, just because winning certain awards and achievements. It was a great place, but I didn't want to be stagnant.
Yeah. So being there, what are some of the tools that you think you took away from it? I know you said investing, but was it certain things that you learned being there that you didn't know before about that particular area of your life? What exactly?
So I'm going to say investing first, and a healthy mindset when it comes to finances.
Okay.
Is one of the biggest things that I learned.
Okay.
One of the things that I learned from our clients that called in is that our culture is big in appearances. So we will spend $1,000 on a birthday party. We will spend $1,000 on a baby reveal and a baby shower. We want to make sure that our kids have Jordans when they really want some light up shoes from Walmart. So we spend so much money on our child instead of investing in them. And when they turn 18, all they have is some memories. And if your kids are like mine, they're like, Mama, I never had a Wii. I never had a PlayStation 5. They'll never remember nothing. But what I learned from our clients is, instead of them spending all of their money on trying to stunt for their people, they were investing in their kids. They were buying them $800 worth of Disney stock. They were buying them $800 of, this stock or that stock. And when their kids turned 18, they had a portfolio. They could call in and they would have $20,000 or $30,000 because their parents invested in them, and our kids was just sitting over here with memories. That changed my mindset. So I switched gears. So I started doing that, and one of the things that my son was able to do is, when he went to college, he had a investment portfolio, and he didn't have to get a whole bunch of student loans because I was smart enough to invest, and he was able to write a check to pay for his college for the amount of time that he stayed there. That was one of the things that I took away. And one of my other clients taught me about car payments. When you pay your car off, that is not time to splurge. She said, put that money up like you're still paying your car payment. And when you ride that car so the wheels fall off, you can go into the dealership and you can write a check for $20,000 or $30,000 and get the car that you want without riding off in debt.
I love that.
So those are like things that I definitely took away. Saving for retirement, saving for a rainy day, because they're gonna come.
One thing that I can definitely agree with you on, working at the firm myself, not as long as you, but for the time that I was there are people that put money away. And they invest it in different places, in different ways. And it's growing every single day. And so it opens your mind up to just not being so physical, like you said. Everything isn't always tangible. If you just put some things away, make some smart decisions, later on you'll be covered. So you were there for 10 years. How many different titles did you hold being there?
I held a lot of different titles. While I was there, I probably cannot even count how many titles that I had and special projects that I did.
Do you keep up with any other people that you worked with?
Absolutely, because one of the things about the firm is that it was very diverse and it embodied family.
Mm-hmm.
So there were certain people that were at the firm that I consider family. Like, I took you in as a sister.
Yes.
So every day I'm usually talking to at least 2 or 3 people from the firm. They will call and ask me, for my, input, help them with customer service. Sometimes they need to write reviews and they're like, you're really good with words. What do I need to say to, elevate myself? So I definitely keep in touch with a lot of people from the firm because they became my family.
Awesome. So before we move further and what happened after the firm and where we are today, what is a suggestion that you would tell someone that isn't too sure about their future when it comes to their kids, just based off your experience?
With their kids?
Yeah.
I would say for your kids, in this world that we live in, tomorrow is not promised.
Yeah.
To make sure that you don't leave them with debt, but to leave them with something tangible. Like, let's break generational curses. Let's us as parents be responsible and have good credit and pay our bills so our kids don't have to worry about that. Have life insurance. If you don't have life insurance, GoFundMe, y'all, is not a life insurance policy. Do not stress y'all kids out about that. Just experiencing that this year with my own late ex-husband passing away, he set my kids up so that they're not hurting. Even without me, they're not hurting. He had life insurance put in place for them. That's very important. And just set aside stocks. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to invest in your kids. Just set it there and let it grow. Teach your kids how to do it. Let them be responsible. Teach them how to write a check. Take them with you. Show them the bank account. Show them these things because they're going to need to know it when they grow up.
Right. One of the experiences that we shared together, and I don't know if you remember this, but it was going to Crispus Attucks. Did I say it right?
Yes.
When we got to teach financial literacy.
Yes.
That was so awesome because the kids had no clue, but they were very excited and eager to learn.
Yes.
So if you start early, they'll definitely pay attention and be able to benefit from it. So you're there a decade.
A decade.
And then one day you say, you know what? I'm going to do something else. How did you get to that place? Not only making the decision, but having the courage to step away from what you've known for so long.
Woo! So one of my sister friends at Schwab, at the firm, at the firm, had asked me, she was like, outside of this, what is your passion? What would you do? And I said, I would love to help people repair their credit because it's something I do on the side. Mm-hmm. And she's like, why don't you do it? And I was like, oh, no, I don't want to do it, da-da-da-da-da. And she was like, you should do it. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't going to do it at all. And the person, my mentor, she was offering a class. But then she said, oh, I'm not going to offer it. So I was going to go buy a Louis Vuitton bag. Like, I had the bag on the counter. She had boxed it up. And I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to get it at a later time. Y'all was so devastated behind that. And lo and behold, I was on vacation and she broadcast that she was going to do the class. I was like, I don't have no internet. I don't have my charge card. I was calling all of my friends. I was like, y'all, can y'all just pay for this class? I'm good for it when I get back home. And then she inboxed me and was like, basically like, just be cool, enjoy your vacation. Like, it's not going to be this week. So I took the class and I really wasn't going to do anything with it, but I was like, let me take the class to get the knowledge. And I was going to stay at the firm. However, this is one thing about corporate America. They won't put your boss and never position you to be your neighbor. Your boss is always going to limit your income. Your boss is never going to set you up to be higher than what they are. And that's when my light came on. I was like, as long as I stay here, my income and is going to be capped right at what they want me to make. Right. I'm not about that life because the lifestyle that I'm accustomed to, you're not affording for me anymore because of the simple fact I want more. I want to help my people. Right. I want to help people elevate. I want to follow my purpose. I want to be in my drive. Like, I want to be fulfilled every day. And I had lost that drive. I was still helping people, but I was limited at how I helped them. So that was one of my reasons of walking away, and my friends pushed me. Like, you can do it. Believe in yourself. Like, I want to be around people. When I throw the towel, that they pick it up and throw it back. We're not quitting.
Yeah.
Nope.
So you just walked away.
Well, they gave me an option.
Okay.
So the industry is very highly regulated.
Okay.
So it has to be compliance. If you're going to have another outside job, it has to be approved. All right. So they called me up and they were like, hey, tell me about RicksSoar. And I was like, hey, you tell me. You found it. Basically, like, you found it. And I was like, okay, so here's the thing. I said, if I have to choose between the firm and RicksSoar, I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to choose me. I had already written my letter of resignation. It was literally typed up and saved in my phone from the first day that I took the class. I knew I was going to be successful. I just didn't know when I was going to walk away. So when they called me that day in May, I was ready. I did the paperwork that, like, over the weekend. That next Monday, they called me and was like, hey, they said RicksSoar is a conflict of interest. So what are you going to do? And I was like, so I'm going to walk away. It's been nice being at the firm for 10 years. I've allowed that firm to make millions. I've made millions. I've saved millions. Now it's time for me to make millions and save millions from my niche audience.
So your dad spent everything in cash. You were with your husband who spoiled you. Mm-hmm. So money wasn't an issue, but credit. How did you learn the proper way to handle your credit to be able to be a resource for other people?
So what happened was, when I was dissolving from my marriage, mm-hmm. I wanted to purchase a house.
Okay.
For me and my boys. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what you need to purchase a house?
Credit.
Oh, credit. So my credit literally was on life support. If Jesus was going to start charging for air, your girl would have been gone. Like, my credit was on life support. Like, yeah. That's why I tell people, when you have bad credit, I cannot judge you because I've been there.
Yeah.
And so I had paid this large company to fix my credit. And I gave them 9 months. I paid them thousands of dollars, like, to fix my credit. And in 9 months, my credit went nowhere fast. And I was in a situation that I needed to get out of. It was like almost life or death. So I was like, you know what? I don't have any more time to play with this. So I started fixing my own credit. I started Googling, reading books, and handwriting letters. And within 3 months, literally 90 days, I took my credit from life support to above a 680, 690, and to purchase to build my house. Mm-hmm. And that's when I was like, hey, you may be good at this. And then I helped my sister. My sister has 6 kids. Mm-hmm. And I knew if I could get her credit together and whip her into shape, because hers was on life support too. Yeah. Then I got her a house. And then somebody was like, hey, can you help me? And then I helped this person. I was like, you know what? I'm good at this. And people always wanted to pay me. And I was like, no, I'm just doing it to just be doing it. And then people were like, no, you really need to start getting paid from this. And I was like, people aren't going to pay me to do this. People absolutely pay me for my knowledge. I spend 10 hours a week investing in myself, learning about, credit and the different changes that are coming about in the industry, learning new disputing methods and tactics. I do customized letters. Like, I do a lot for my clients. So that's what really got me into charging.
So you were paying somebody to do these things for you, though.
And they didn't get me any results.
And they got you no results. And you said you did that for 9 months.
For 9 months.
Now, there are a lot of companies out there that claim that they can fix your credit and all of that. But based off of what you're saying is you need to find someone that knows what they're doing, or you need to figure it out, because you could be throwing your money away.
You can absolutely be throwing your money away. There's a lot of people in our industry that are giving false promises and sometimes even scamming people. And it makes it harder for people who really are in the industry to help people. You can do it yourself, but it takes time and it takes consistency, because if it was easy, everybody would have good credit.
Right.
Bad credit doesn't happen overnight. You can't expect it to be fixed overnight.
Right.
Like, I am not a miracle worker. Like, I have worked some miracles along with the Lord, but it's definitely a process. It's going to take time. If you trust the process and implement the action plan that's provided, you will get the results.
Now, would you say, because I've heard before, and I want your 2 cents, would you say that credit is a different language? than regular English? Knowing the tricks, the kicks, how to do this, how to do that.
So, no, I'm going to say credit is the regular language because there's a lot of softwares and automated generated letters that you can purchase. But just think, how effective is that letter that is coming out of a system or that you got out of a book? How effective is that going to be if it's been used millions of times?
Right.
So when you're going to dispute things on your credit report, you need to be a real person.
Okay.
Like, what do? When we don't understand something, we ask questions.
Right.
Why is this like this?
Yeah.
And so we want to talk, credit laws do work, but the average consumer doesn't know the credit law. So why would I write a letter from an average person sounding like it came from an attorney's office?
Right. I get it.
So you just want to make it appear like it's coming from the consumer, and you just want to give them the actual and factual, the consumer laws, some compliance, some, different tactics in there. They are used, but that's not the basis of the letter. It's not a magic letter that I can send and everything gets wiped out.
So tell everybody the name of your business.
So the name of my company is RicksSoar Credit Repair. If you want to follow my page, it's at RicksSoar Credit Repair on Facebook and on Instagram. And you can also friend me at Iketta Ricks on Facebook, and I would love to have you join my page.
So what are some of the things, give us a few gems. Make sure y'all are commenting, sharing, doing all of that, okay? Because she's about to give y'all some gems right here. So what are some of the things that people can expect when they start working with you?
All right, so what you can expect from me, and make sure you guys have shared this, hashtag share and share it with your friends because I'm about to drop the real sauce. So one, you can expect an accountability partner because I'm going to hold you accountable for achieving your credit goals. That's first and foremost. I'm going to believe in you, and I'm going to have you believe in yourself. I'm going to be straight and upfront and tell you that credit repair is more than just getting items deleted from your credit report. I'm going to help you maintain and obtain and maintain a good credit profile. So as things are getting deleted, I'm going to provide you with credit resources to help you rebuild your credit so that once you graduate from our program, you will be able to keep your good credit and then pass down some of the things that I teach you to your children because, again, we're breaking generational curses.
That is so awesome. And it's awesome to see someone that you know go from this to that and be absolutely successful. That's dope. Now, the program that you offer, do you have different time frames or is it all the same?
So I definitely have different time frames. You can visit my website, www.RicksSoar.com, and I now offer packages. So I have a credit life support package, which offers 6 months of free credit repair in that package. It is based now at $997, and again, it includes 6 months of free credit repair. And I also have a credit emergency package. It's $697, and it includes 3 months of free credit repair with that package. And again, you get me with that package. As of right now, I'm still in the process, just a tad of a little bit to help you along the way. But I have a dedicated team that is here to help guide you through the process as well.
I want our people to be enlightened, encouraged, and educated. So I think that your business is amazing because it provides that. And it works because you've done it with yourself.
I did it with myself. I definitely was my first client.
Yeah.
And I have clients every day. Every day, when my clients text me, they know I'm so involved in the process. So they will text me like a praise report, like, oh my God, my credit went up 63 points. Or, one of my clients, I don't even know how she was like, I forgot I paid you and I was in the program. First of all, I contact you every 7 to 10 days. And literally, I think it was like 60 days and 2 months, she went from the 500s to the 700s. I called her, I was like, good morning, welcome to the 700 Club. She was like, the 700 Club? I was like, yes.
Yes.
So I really love that. I love to see when my clients get bankruptcies removed, and when my clients, I go to house closings, I pull up when you get a new car, I'm pulling up to the car like beep, beep, pull over to the marathon, let me fill you up.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy celebrating the successes of my clients. That is my biggest highlight.
Where do you see yourself in, 5 years with the business?
And 5 years with the business is definitely going to be a multi-million dollar business. I'm big on manifesting, so I'm definitely going to be manifesting that. RicksSoar will also continue to do the RicksSoar University, our master classes, where I teach people how to legally structure their own credit repair business. I always told God that if He allowed me to elevate, I will always send the elevator back down to bring people back up with me, because I don't want to be lonely at the top. I want to bring my sisters and my brothers with me.
Yeah.
So I want to continue to be able to do those courses. I want to continue to mentor and coach people. I did that at the firm, and that was one of the things that I really loved. And that is something that I'm able to do in this industry as well, is to like mentor and coach people to help them grow and scale their business as well.
Yeah, I saw you doing some advertisement for tonight, and you were telling them if they did what, they would get what?
So if you actually share this post to your pages, and if you comment with your email address, and share the post, I am going to do a raffle, and I'm going to give away 3 months of free credit repair.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to do that, and then also keep an eye out on my page, because Mother's Day is coming up. And add me as a friend, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be picking up on some of these pages, and I'm going to pick a mother that really needs credit repair, and I'm going to give her 6 months of free credit repair and to help her achieve her goals. So if her goal is to purchase a home and a backyard for her kids, I'm going to stick with her and bless her to be able to do that with my program. So that will be starting in May. So add me on Facebook, again, Iketta Ricks, and at RicksSoar Credit Repair.
One thing that I do love about you, and I've known you for years now, you are an open book, and you are willing to help others. And I think that that is so important, because we get in these positions of power, or we get in positions where we can help, and sometimes we don't. So I'm happy that you have this spirit that you want to give it back to the community.
Absolutely. Like I said, God is my best friend. So I told him that if he would send my clients, I would serve them. And literally, the night that I said that, I went from overlooked to overbooked, because in this industry, in the city that we're in, there's a lot of people who do credit repair. Mm-hmm. And who was I? Just this little person who worked at the firm, and not many people knew me because I'm not even from the city. Mm-hmm. And literally, from that day, I went from overlooked to overbooked. And my business has just scaled at every goal that I make. People say, don't say it out loud. Don't tell people your goals. No, that's a lie. Say it out loud, because what God has for you is for you. So it doesn't matter who's praying against it, P-R-E-Y, praying against it and praying for your downfall. What God has for you is for you. So I say my goals out loud. My business is going to be a multi-million-dollar business. I'm going to be a 6-figure company in the next 4 months. Like, I speak my goals out loud, and I post them so that I can have receipts. If you follow my page, I think it was back in June, I had posted a Mercedes-Benz. I had been going to the Mercedes-Benz dealership, took a picture, saved it, almost posted it. Yeah. Literally, I said, I'm going to have a car like this. And literally 4 months later, I went to go get the same car. Like, nothing but my credit and my name. No money down. Told him, hey, you have 45 minutes to get this deal done. Mm-hmm. You have 3 times to pull my credit. I have credit monitoring. If you pull it a 4th time, I am walking out. Yeah. And I'm not putting any money down, and my payment needs to be between this and this. Yeah. So your finance person, do not play with me. I did not come here to play. Right. If he says that it's $1 over what I said I'm walking out, and I'm not having a deal. Yeah. He did not even run my credit. He walked outside, took everything out of my little Impala. He put it in a Mercedes, and he said, Miss Ricks, he was like, go and have a lunch, and we'll call you when the deal is done. He literally called me within 30 minutes. He was like, take your time. The deal is done. This is your payment. No money down. When you come back, you just sign the papers. That's what good credit does.
One thing about goals and success is speaking it into existence. Yes. I tell people all the time, be careful what you're saying. Yes. Don't say you can't do something. Don't say, oh, I don't know. You do know. Speak it, because once you do, it creates itself. I know before you started your business, you said, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And because you said it and you put it out in the air, it manifested.
I do vision boards. You have a beautiful vision board here that the people cannot see. It's amazing. But I literally do vision boards, and I put my visions on the board. I say affirmations in the morning. Money will come to me effortlessly.
Yes.
I'm going to share and help my people. I affirm myself every day. I affirm my clients. You know, I tell them, like, this is what we're going to do. Yes, you will be a homeowner. Yes, you will be able to get business funding for your business. Yes, you will be able to do this. Don't say what you can't do. We have to change our mindset. This is what I will do. This is what I can do.
Right.
Definitely. I don't let negativity be around me. Like, if you're in a negative space, I'm going to snap you together just like this. I mean, like, snatch you. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah. And speaking affirmations, speaking things into existence, I have a whole affirmation wall. It's important. And you will see your daily life and routines change just by your language changing. If you want to be successful, if you want to have great credit, if you want to have a great lifestyle, great marriage, be a great parent, speak it into existence.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
In every aspect.
Every aspect. Well, I'm so excited that you took the time to come on and share your story, because people see the business, right? They see the glitter, they see the pictures, they see all of that, but they don't really know the story behind it.
Ooh, the story, yes. I'm telling y'all, my credit literally was on life support. My life was on life support. It really was. And I knew that credit is a necessity. It's not a luxury anymore. Credit is a necessity, guys.
Right.
It determines where you live. It determines what you drive. Your cell phone. You can't get a cell phone without credit. And the days of co-signers, people not want to co-sign for stuff. Like grandma's, I'm a Gigi. I'm not co-signing. You know, my grandmother co-signed for me for my first car. I'm not that Gigi. You know, we literally need credit for everything in our life. And you can't go anywhere without it.
Right.
It'll hold you back.
That's one thing I did learn on my own that I didn't necessarily learn at home or at school. It follows you everywhere you go, and you can't do anything without it.
Can't hide from it.
Yeah.
You can't hide from it. And it doesn't fix itself, guys. Bad credit does not fix itself. You can ignore it, but if you want to wait 7 to 10 years for something to fall off, I mean, have at it, but just think, in 7 to 10 years, you're going to want something else. Your car, life happens, and we don't always get the memo. If your car breaks down, if you happen to get in a car accident and your car is totaled and your credit is $450, you're not walking into Ray Skillman to get a car. These buy here, pay here dealerships are waiting for us to come with bad credit because they make money off of bad credit.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to drive. It's such an empowering feeling to go in the dealership and get the car you want.
Yeah.
And not the older model, high mileage lemon that they tell you you can get.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It's a different feeling.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling.
Different mindset, different results.
It's a different mindset, different results. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Tell them how to find and follow you once again on all your different pages, your website.
All right. So my website is www.sawyerscore.com. From there, you can schedule a free discovery call with me. I'm really fun and energetic. One of the things that I pride myself on is I educate, empower you, and I'm going to entertain you a little bit while I go through your credit profile. And I'll be really honest. I'll let you know if you need credit repair or if you just need resources to build your credit. You can follow me on Facebook at Iketta Ricks and at SawyersScore Credit Repair. I am on Instagram at Miss Keita Baby, and I am also on Instagram under at SawyersScore.
Super proud of you.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you as well to see us both elevate and get on the elevator. That's one thing we both have done is we rode to the top, but we always send the elevator back down to lift other people with us.
I'll never forget. I was at the firm. I don't know what I was doing or saying, but she was like, come here. and you pulled me to the side, and you like, look, I don't know what's going on.
I did my nails like this.
Yes, you did. You said, but look, we got stuff to do, and you want a good place to do it. And I was like, oh, so she got me for real. That's priceless. I'll never forget.
Thank you. I remember, us going in a room and just having that moment,
releasing, and
then we like come back and we're like, hey, thank you for calling.
Yeah,
we're here to help.
We're here to help.
We're here to help.
Thank you all so much for watching, for sharing, for caring. Thank you for listening, and we hope that this show puts you in position to better yourself. I'll see you tomorrow. See you next time. This is The Conversation. Bye.